But then are you ignoring something that's really, really crucial to everything? We are ignoring that. So that's the thing that fascinates me. And then what scares me, here's the thing, it's kind of the reason that we are, I would say, why are we not using that latent potential? Why are we not using that untapped immense potential that's in our young people? Why are we training them that you have to go, if it's high school, you get a kind of, I would say, a random number of different courses, you get them, you graduate from the high school, you have learned, literally it's like you have been trained for 12 years, 12 long years, and at the end of it you cannot use a single subject of it. Okay, now you spend another, maybe you go to college, you spend 2 years, or you go to university, a bachelor's, you do a 4 years, but then still you graduate from it, you don't use a single subject in there. So it's not wrong that if you go to, you have chemistry, you have physics, stats, or whatever number of classes or courses that you take, it's fine. But if you really wanted to become a chemist, you should find that early on, and the system should train you to find it early on, and then you do take all your subjects in that area, right? And if you wanted to become, I would say, a social psychologist, you take courses in that. If you wanted to go to med school, then yes, you go learn biology. But then if you wanted to become a mathematician, right, then you do take those math classes. Otherwise, like if I'm graduating having like 12 years, another 4 years, that's 16 years, and I have done another 2 more years, so that's 18 years. I have been trained for 18 years to do nothing. Is that really not something to be worried about? Is that not something that our systems, our people who are responsible, who are in positions, sitting on that higher education board, or sitting on the boards of those higher education institute, like say University of Toronto, we have Ryerson here, which is called TMU right now, York University, is not anyone sitting on those big offices responsible for the future of our young people? If they are, then why are they not doing something about it? So the truth is, yes, they are not doing anything about it, right? Okay, so here's the thing. So if they're not doing anything about it, then there are like a few number of people. So how about we have such a big pool of young people? Why not we get up and do something about our own lives? So it's an age where you can learn, do things so much on your own. You might not need a school to go to do that. But the thing is, you have to start thinking about, I don't say that you go tomorrow and then you drop out from your school or from university. Like if there was someone to tell me that at that time, I would have done that. But I did it, right? I just went with the status quo and everything. So now I regret it, why I wasted so many years. I could have done something much more different and much more efficient, right? So that's something that really worries me, that no one is doing something about it. And now the third thing that really, really excites me, and that this thing, that once there is someone who wakes up, right, that they decide that I do not want to live a life like this anymore, then that's really the time that things starts becoming different. Things start going toward, right? So I have decided that I'm going to now find or build a different system that can help the young people live a much more efficient, much more productive life, and then they wouldn't be spending or wasting so many years and at the end of it achieving nothing, right? So that's the thing. Okay, so if those are the 3 things, right, that I have told you, now I wanted to give you one more link, and that is between what I told you that I wanted to do to build a cafe, and that cafe will be helping the young people, the homeless people, and everything. So I wanted to give you like a proper link about everything I have been talking to you in my previous videos so far, right? So here's the thing. So Nebula Cafe, right, it's a place where we help the young people to first find what's their true talent, what's their spark, what is their life purpose, right? And then help them build the skills, learn the things that actually help them to go in that direction, right? And then the way that I'm going to be doing that is helping them that through learning AI, through learning all those online resources, that they get the skills and then start building a startup, a company that can be for-profit, non-profit, it can be any kind of thing that can help them to do 3 things, right? One, that can actually help them to learn something new. Second, that they can earn money. And then the third thing, that they can actually give back, help and support each other, right? So that's where through Nebula Cafe that I wanted to help people, the young people, to build their own startups. So that's one thing. And now the other thing that I said, I wanted to help homeless. So why homeless, right? And most of those homeless people, I would say they're actually in their prime age. They're young people, right? So they're young people, I would say maybe between, I don't know, I don't know the exact number, but maybe between 18 to 40. So that's like the number that the age number that people are actually homeless. Why do they end up homeless? It's not because they don't have the talent, it's not because they are not the people who have not tried to live a good life. It's because how the system trained them, right? So if they go to high school, they learn all those vague and random kind of like courses. So they graduate, they get nothing with it, right? They go to college, to university, still nothing happens with them. Some of them might not go to college or university. So like how the system trains you, there, I would say there is not a single course, like I would bet you on this, if you go to a school or you go to a university or college, that tells you, okay, find your life purpose, self-discovery. There's no course on self-discovery. If there is a course, I would say, okay, how you can make money, financial, like there will be courses on like how you can make money, but then give you the exact plan. Those are the skill, learn it. That's the timeline, and this is how you can build something with which you can make money, and that's being delivered to them during the high school. There is none of it, right? And then if you go to university or college, yes, you take I'm taking financial management course, I'm taking like that course, but none of it actually tells you how to do it. So that's actually a tragedy, and we have to change it, right? So now coming back to like why people end up on the street is because the system trained them that way, right? So now this Nebula Cafe can help people, can prevent people ending up on the street as well. So that's how I will be helping homeless people, right? So people who have become homeless, they can definitely turn their life back and they can live a happy and normal life too. So I will be doing that too through Nebula Cafe. And then there is this third thing, right? And the third thing is building genuine and deep connection, right? And then the very first thing that starts to building those, or you learning to build those genuine connection, it starts with your own family, right? So yes, it's a day and age where there is like one or two siblings, maybe most other people are just like one person living in the home or one kid in the home, right? That's okay still, right? But still you have your parents. Those of you who don't have your parents, you might have your relatives, you might have your friends. It really doesn't matter. You might have someone. Learn to build like really, I would say, deeper level genuine connection with them. So the other day I was talking to like an amazing stranger, I would say, and he told me this thing, that the family is the unit of a society. If you destroy the family, you destroy the society. And it's really, really true. Like I am a Muslim, and in our religion, our Prophet, peace be upon him, he said this thing, that the best among you is the one who is the best to their family, and I'm the best among you, because he was known how he was treating his family, right? So coming back to this thing, to three things, right? Helping the young people learn the skills and build the kind of the startups or the company that can help them to become financially independent, and then also then give back to the community. So that's one thing, helping the homeless to get back on track. And third thing, which I was talking about, the connection thing, like building genuine connection. Yes, it starts with your family, but then this Nebula Cafe will be an access for building connections for people coming from all, I would say, all walks of life. You can be an investor, you can be a founder, an entrepreneur, an innovator, an educator, coming people from the banks, maybe from financial industry, people coming together to discuss and exchange ideas, right? So that's another thing I would say is the nexus. So it's helping young people, helping the most vulnerable people in our society, in this case, which are again the homeless, in I would say in the young people, right? And then the third thing is kind of a nexus for people to come together, build connection that actually matters, right? So that's how I would say I will put everything together. I will be making more videos, but then once again, I am really glad that you're listening to it. If you have listened this far, like, I'm really grateful for that. But I also wanted to give me this thing. If you have listened to it this much, this means you are actually interested in making a change in your life or in your society. I would really appreciate that you kind of either comment or maybe send me a DM. I will try my best to respond to that. And let's build a better way. If you're a young person, you can do it. If you are in your 50s and 60s, you have a wealth of knowledge and experiences. You can do even much more than young people, right? So let's build a better society. Let's make a different move. Let's bring a shift in the society, and let's make it happen one step at a time. So I'm going to be leaving you with that. It actually became a longer one, so let me still show you in front of me. So I'm still sitting here. So this is what I have behind me. I'm sitting here on the, let's say it's the Lake Ontario here. But anyways, yeah, have a lovely and amazing day. Bye bye.